Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks again for joining me while we look into some more modern cards and finding out exactly what has happened since I last made a video on the 15th of February 2021. It got a lot of views, so I'm hoping that a lot of people either took the advice or at least started looking into some of the modern cards. I have noticed some very strange things. I'm not going to say that it was because of me. Obviously, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure Rudy started talking about it pretty soon at the same time or even earlier. But I just want to start looking into what these cards have done since then and see if there's actually any value left in them because a lot of these cards have moved up significantly since then. Now, a card like Thoughtseize actually has not. So, Thoughtseize obviously it was printed in Double Masters and it was in Theros, but that was ages ago. Iconic Masters, and it came in Time Spiral Remastered. Time Spiral Remastered didn't actually create a large dent in this as of yet, but because of the probably limited print run of the boxes themselves and all the issues with shipping. But I can see the values dropping pretty significantly, and I'm pretty sure that this is just from the announcement, and it probably is going to plateau and flatten out pretty soon, or at least in the next couple of weeks. The next card is very, very interesting. The Liliana of the Veil. Now, the video that I made was on the 15th of February, which is around about there when Liliana of the Veil was $52.49 for the market, an average of $63. Currently, she's sitting around about $97.95 for the market, and for the average, and the market is $87.68. She is slowly dropping back down to a more reasonable price, but thanks to a lot of cards that came from Kaldheim and the idea that Modern might be picking up in the next couple of months, with everyone getting vaccinated, at least in America's player base, there's a reason for this card to start picking up. Now, this price is actually pretty insane when you compare it to the past. So I'd be careful at this point. If you really want to get them, you can. But, that was a better time, and you might want to just wait for a pullback. If there isn't going to be one, maybe a new print run. Next is Jace. Now, Jace, on the other hand, has not moved very much at all. So he used to obviously be very expensive at some point. I will admit that I did pick up one copy of him when it was around about February 15th. So that was a couple of things that I did pick up. So yeah, he hasn't really moved up much since then. The same thing for Liliana. He's moved up by around about $4. That's not very much at all. Maybe people are expecting him to just get worse, or he's just not good in this meta. I think he's a pretty decent commanded card, which is why I picked him up, but he is obviously pretty expensive. Maybe there's a new print run coming out for him as well. Walking Ballista, obviously, Walking Ballista has always been pretty good. It bottomed out actually in November 2nd, 2020. But when I called it out in 15th, I'm going to say it's me calling it out, but that's because I made a video on it. If others have made a video on it, obviously this would have had the same amount of impact. And it all depends on a huge number of people that want to buy into this card. This is very much based on what people think the future is going to hold, not any one particular video, except maybe Rudy. So, February 15th, it was around about $11.46 for the market. Now it's sitting at $15.16. And this card is getting better as long as it doesn't get reprinted with a lot of other stuff that's coming out. It's just a very powerful card overall. Wormcoil Engine. And this, I don't think I could have timed it any better, really. Maybe February 8th might have been a week earlier, but February 15th, pretty much the bottom of Wormcoil Engine for now. $16.84 for the market, now sitting at $21.50. We'll have to see what happens with a card like this. I know that it's very good, but Wizards of the Coast seems to be trying to get other cards that are just as good coming out. And I am surprised that it didn't come out in like a commander deck or something, but I guess it's a bit too specific for that and a bit too much of a chase card. Next is another very, very impressive card, Snapcaster Mage. Now, I actually did get one of him. I never actually had a copy of him. So he was $36.01, but I'm pretty sure I paid like 40 or something, plus it's Australian, so it's painful no matter what. But right now he is sitting at 54, and while I didn't actually think about it, he obviously works really, really well for Strixhaven. Hindsight, right? Hindsight makes a lot of sense, but he is a wizard. He does a lot of things with spells. He literally could not be any more perfect for Strixhaven. And we'll have to see what happens with him, but now he's sitting at $55 from 36. I would do the percentages, but it's fine. Now, I will check out the double masters for this, but I picked up a few of these ages ago because this is just one of those commander staples, you know. If you have Lightning Greaves or whatever the other artifacts that you actually care about putting on your commander, another one of these cards in a deck, which is already a good card, you know, especially if you have more than one equipment, it's just another way to bring it out as fast as possible. So when I was talking about this card, it was $15 to $22.59. Now it's sitting around about $35.08. TCG is 34. Now let me have a look at the double masters because I think that's the one I was looking at because I would have expected them to be a bit cheaper. And yes, so double masters $21.19, now sitting at $37.08. Not bad. That's one that I'm actually quite happy about. Teferi Time Raveler. Now, Teferi is going to probably drop. He is in the news. No, wait, he's not. This is not the same one. This is a really annoying Teferi. I did not get him because I hate him. Sorry, this copy anyways, just in case anyone loves Teferi out there. But $11.29 currently. And I'm pretty sure I said maybe check him out for decks at $8.56. Nothing too crazy. You can see that he's moving up. He is very, very, very annoying. And a very good sideboard option, truthfully. Like him and the Khan that's coming up is just a very, very annoying card if you're playing a certain kind of modern deck. And obviously in Commander. Cryptic Command, nothing too crazy with this. It is flatlining. The average is moving up, but the market is pretty much flat as it possibly can. Yeah, I didn't really look into this. I just thought that it was a cool card. Path to Exile, it's just a very, very good card. February 15, $3.15. Now it's $3.48. The percentage actually might be more impressive than I'm thinking of it. The TCG says $2.49. It's actually a very, very good commander card. It's probably one of the best removal spells in the entire commander series. And obviously the same thing goes for modern. Tarmogoyf. Now this one, I'm pretty sure a lot of people did comment that it was going to be in the new Time Spiral release. It obviously was. For some reason, the Time Spiral release was so terribly bad that there actually aren't that many copies of it flying around anyway. So this is going to be an interesting one. When everything came out, I'm pretty sure it was meant to be, that was meant to be a more significant drop than there is, but it's flatlined around about $60 and now it's pumped back up to, it went down to 55 in March 15. Now it's up to $60 again. It's a weird one. Is that Time Spiral Remastered is the 30? It's not really moving anywhere. It's moving down slowly, but it's a really, really bad release bump from Wizard's Curse. But what else is new? And last one from the video was Khan the Great Creator, War of the Spark. Very annoying, very, very annoying. I normally wouldn't try to put this in a commander deck or anything, but obviously if you want to pick them up for modern. So I called it out when it was $7.32, and now it's sitting around about $12.48. Yeah, I mean, it's still $10 on TCG. I'll check them out to just make sure. That is the cheapest price for him, so let's just do a quick check on TCG to see if it made any sense to get him back then. Maybe there are some cheaper copies out there now. Oh my god, my internet. Nope, $15.94. Oh god, even TCG is a bit too slow. So $15.90 for the near mint. Yeah, so let me know, guys, if you actually bought some of these cards a while back or maybe now. If you're thinking about playing any of these cards, whether for Commander or for Modern. I think that some of these were good pickups a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if they're really good that good pickups now. Some of them have gone up by more than 30%. So yeah, let me know. I mean, they still look like they're climbing for Snapcaster Mage, so who knows. But yeah, thanks for watching and